The Chicago Bears are now 2-2 with a victory over the Los Angeles Rams at Soldier Field. Yes, winning feels good. Let's chop it up with the whole panel. Sports Chicago style.
Sports. Sports Chicago style for me and you.
So today's game at Soldier Field, it started out kind of iffy. There were boos in the first quarter after the first few offensive drives because of lack of production. Um, but they were able to get on track. You know, offensive coordinator Shane Waldron, took responsibility last week for the ineffectiveness or the play calling. And this week there was some improvement. They went to the run game, which was critical to alleviate some of the pressure off of rookie quarterback Caleb Williams. Free agent signing Swift, running back, what's his name? DeAndre Swift. He showed up big time in the run game and as the outlet safety valve for Williams for the dump offs. And he was able to utilize his speed and, make those critical first downs. And then, the long run off the dump off. Was it a screen? I think it was a screen that he just made his own lane, if you will, and swiftly got his ass to the end zone, which is nice. And there was a little offensive line pushback, which is like we're used to now, but we shouldn't be. Braxton Jones got pushed back a few times. Darnell Wright, he was pretty okay. Shelton got pushed back as normal, but Pryor and Davis were decent in the run game, and in the pass game held up enough, not enough to get Williams hit too many times for mine, or I'm sure his liking. But there was enough of a pocket that he had time to scan the field. And that's encouraging to see the Rook, not panic, but go through his reads. Discouraging that there weren't more opportunities for him to get rid of the ball to, Odunze or DJ or Keenan Allen. Why is he standing back there? It's like 1, 2, back foot hit. That ball is coming out, but it wasn't coming out. There was just a lot of holding and scanning the field. And obviously haven't seen all 22 yet, so were there guys not open or what's going on out there that there's no efficiency in the timing, but progress, patience and progress with the offense because they are making that progress. And now the offensive line, there was also injury. Tevin Jenkins went out with a rib issue. So who knows how long he'll be out. But Matt Pryor went to left guard, which means Nate Davis had to come in at right guard. And he wasn't a world beater, but he wasn't like horrible. He was just kind of which I don't know. At this point, it's kind of like, well, he wasn't horrible, so he was better than horrible, which is good, but he wasn't good. None of the line was good because the Rams' defense were confusing them with the blocking assignments because they didn't know who was blitzing at the time, and then there were just some straight up, beats with Jared Verse and Fisk, the two rookies that are gonna look like gonna be a problem getting pressure for this Rams defense. So overall, offensively, they were able to get the job done. On the defensive side of the ball, they ate, and they ate well. And also a shout out to the fourth round pick, punter Taylor, as he, boomed quite a few punts, burying the Rams deeper into their own territory, making it harder for them to fight back out. I think he had a 56 yarder, which was awesome. And, overall, it was a victory. There were issues that still need to be cleaned up. There's, play calling issues on both sides of the ball. Flus, God bless him, does not want to give up that defensive play calling, so he'll keep it vanilla and let the athletes make the plays, it seems like. Then he'll dial up a blitz every now and then, and it works. It's like, yeah, all right, well, do that a little more often, a little more, Or maybe even let your defensive coordinator, Washington, call the plays. Novel idea. But not gonna, berate that issue too much because a W is a W. And our panel, has their own thoughts. So let me stop dominating the conversation and pass it along. Okay, first up, let's go with Chef Trips. What say you, Chef?
Hello! Welcome to the kitchen of Chef Trips. I'm your owner and proprietor, Chef Trips. Thank you very much, Triple R, for my thoughts for today's victory over the Los Angeles Rams. I am very encouraged by the progress that the offense is showing. It may be baby steps, but steps nonetheless. And it was also quite enjoyable and, I would say, funny to see the third string center of Doug Kramer come in at fullback. But it was productive, as there was a touchdown and a big first down scored with him as the lead blocker. Offensively also, I do like the progress of the run game, that, as mentioned before, that Swift was able to actually progress and get yards, and Roshan Johnson was also able to contribute. The offense did enough, and we look forward to them doing more. Defensively, this is what we've come to expect, and they should only keep getting better as they are together more and they are able to gel. And it will be beautiful. Special teams, they did what was asked of them, no more, no less. And the good punter, the Taylor, he was very nice. And also a shout out to the other Taylor on defense as well. The defensive end for being disruptive and putting the pressure on the Matthew Stafford to make him uncomfortable in the pocket. So now I will hand off my comments to Coach. What say you, Coach?
Thank you, Chef. Overall, a victory is a victory, but you do look for the places, right, where improvements can be made. As this offense progresses, we will see more running lanes opening, I hope, and more receivers that can catch the ball in structure. I did like that our rookie quarterback, Caleb Williams, right? He didn't panic. He found his outlet receiver, and he took what the defense gave him. That's all you can ask. And I also like that they improved communication by him wearing a wristband, and they will call a number and a color as to save time on the play calls, right? As Caleb Williams looks like he likes to move fast when he's in rhythm. Defensively, they were aggressive, and they were able to make Stafford uncomfortable in that pocket, right? Special team wise, they were done what was asked of them. Overall, this team still lacks discipline as there were far too many penalties that could have been more detrimental, but they weren't, right? So we will take this victory and move on to next week. Trip? Bro, it's victory time. Victory time. Victory time. Oh, yeah, cause bro, it was well like they say, it wasn't like totally beautiful on offense, but it was beautiful enough to the tune of 24 motherfucking points for the motherfucking W. The the V for the victory. Oh, no. The V for the victory. Ha ha. Yeah, it was nice. Gizmo, he was like smart and patient, and 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 he didn't like force it. He took what the defense gave him, which is like a lot of dump offs to Swift, and Swifty was Swifty in, and he's like woo, like woo, with the little legs going and shit, and that was beautiful to see. And then like when the offense was having problems, I saw Gizmo on on the bench with DJ and Keenan and roam around the world if you want to roam around the world to get on the same page. And then it's like, Komet, Komet had a lot of like false starts, and he ain't no rookie. Confusing, but whatever the fuck. But the offensive line did enough, and bro, the defense, Tez 8. Zerk got a lot of reps, even in the run game. And he was really active for a rookie, which was nice to see. And then Briss, like, bro, he was like hitting people. He was like making interceptions. And bro, he was like covering people, kinda. And he was just a menace. And then Spidey, he got in the backfield a few times and in coverage. And then there was somebody else. Oh, Predator, he was out there like preying on his prey, eating his prey, preying on the Rams and eating the Rams, and they did enough to keep like Matt Stafford, who's like experienced and is like as fuck, and but bro, they did enough to keep him contained from like making big plays. Now, of course, it does help that their two main weapons, like their two receivers, top guys were out. But fuck it, what are you gonna do? Injuries are a part of the game. But yeah, it's a W. I don't give a shit. It's a W. Oh, and yeah, like Triple R said, like the punter from down under was like kicking the shit out that ball, and it was like fuck yeah. That's why it's like, all right, you better be worth that fourth round pick. And it was like, okay, we see the vision. We see the vision. So yeah, it's like it's taking time to come together, and we're being patient. But fuck yeah, it's a victory. Let's go. Fuck yeah. Bear down, baby. Ha ha. Woo! Indeed. Thanks, Trips. Thanks, Coach Tripping. Thanks, Chef Trips. And the victory is the victory, and we will take it. So before we get out of here on this post-game wrap-up, I have to remind you that our content on the channel, Sports Chicago Style, Mondays, Trip does his exercise vlog. Tuesdays, Chef does his video recipes. And it looks like we're locking down Wednesdays for Coach Tripping's self-defense joints. So Make sure you are subscribed here on the page, like, and hit your notification button, Sports Chicago style. Then all of our social media platforms on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. You can follow and like all that good stuff over there. And if you would like to support the channel on Patreon and or Ko-fi, that will also be much appreciated. We are looking to have content up to 5 or more days a week. So as we roll it all out, hang out with us, and we're gonna talk sports, Chicago style. So for Coach Tripping, for Chef Trips, and for Trip, this is Triple R saying thanks for watching, and we will see you next time. Bear down, y'all.